Hi friends, Vinay Kumar here, International NLP and IAS coach. In this video, I'm going to share with you what you have to do with paper 2 of prelims if you have not done anything till now for the paper 2. Okay, if you have not done anything, probably you wanted to complete paper 1 and come to paper 2, switch to paper 2, but it did not happen at all till now. And now you're worried what to do with the paper 2. Now I'm going to share with you how you can utilize just about 3 hours every day for the next 10 days and be a pro in paper 2. You know, when I say pro, I'm not talking about scoring 160 or 170 like the people in the paper 2 era would score. I call paper 2 era as that era when people used to clear prelims by doing well in paper 2 and not paper 1, which was the important paper. Okay, so what do you do to become a pro, which is to get more than 100 to 120 marks in paper 2? Just by utilizing 3 hours every day for the next 10 days. All you have to do is this. Pick up the question paper, the UPSC paper 2 question papers from 2011 to 2019. Solve it every day for 2 hours. As and when you solve it, make sure 1 hour you are spending on doing some reverse engineering. See, people do reverse engineering for paper 1, which is very, very wrong, my dear friends. They pick up paper 1, they try to solve it, and they think they have to go back and know what they don't know. That's a very wrong way of doing things for paper 1. It's not for knowledge you do reverse engineering, it's for the process, my dear friends. What I'm actually trying to tell you is as simple as this. For example, there is a question from quantitative aptitude, numerical aptitude, okay, and you don't know how to solve it when you solve it in the test, practice test. So when you actually go to an answer bank, or what do you call that, question and answer bank, that's being published by so many fellows, my dear friends. When you look into the answer and you learn the technique of doing it, which formula you will have to apply, how to get the variables right and how to get the answer out of it, okay, you're actually learning the process of how to solve any problem that's coming from that area. It can be simple or compound interest, it can be permutation or combination, it can be boats and streams or whatsoever it is, my dear friends. Are you connecting to what I'm trying to tell you? Even if you're solving a problem on syllogism, or you're solving a problem from relationships, or anything for that matter, anything in reasoning or comprehension, you can actually learn from this question and answer, this question banks, which also has solved answers in it. You can learn from there. Every time you're learning something, you don't have to learn it again in the next paper. You have actually learned the process. Are you connecting to what I'm trying? For example, in 2011, 12 and 13 papers, if you have learned how to solve a problem on time and distance, okay, you don't have to now learn it again in the 2014 paper. So like this, as you move from 11 to 16 or 17, you would have learned most of things by reverse engineering, my dear friends. So reverse engineering, you are learning the process of doing the problem, process of arriving at the solution. Okay, so you'll be surprised in 2018 and 19, you will be able to solve most of the problems, if not all of the problems, my dear friends. And you don't have to solve all of the problems. Remember, this paper is not for merit, it's just for qualifying. Accept that fact and act accordingly. Take actions accordingly. Are you connecting to what I'm trying to tell you? And in the exam, this is about the preparation. 10 days, every 2 hours, schedule 3 hours for your paper 2 preparation. 2 hours, you solve the paper, set the timer and all that, solve the paper properly. 1 hour, you do the reverse engineering. And in that 1 hour, learn at least 10 new things. And once you have learned those 10 new things, you don't have to learn it again. For example, in the first test that you wrote, you learned something about the reading comprehension. Okay, you understood that, oh, in reading comprehension, this is how I will have to answer, this is how I'll have to pick the options. You don't have to learn it again in 2012. Learn a different concept. 2013, different concept. Why I'm saying you can't learn everything at one go is, you're just giving 1 hour for the reverse engineering. Remember that fact. Okay, so 8 to 9 days, 8 to 9 papers, you would have learned almost everything that is enough for you to get a score of at least 120 in the paper 2, my dear friends. If you have followed this technique properly and you're getting more than 120 in paper 2, on the day you write the exam on October 4th, please mention in this comment section that I did it. I'm getting more than 120. Is that okay, my dear friends? On the day of exam, what you have to remember is, people do this mistake that I will have to go and choose those areas which I'm really good at, which I'm adept at. Please don't do that. Start from the beginning. But remember one rule: when you start from the beginning of the question paper and you're going in a sequence till the end, you will have to strictly follow the time frame that you have set for yourself. Generally, your paper will be like this. There is left side and there is a right side. In the right side bottom, maybe here it is printed in Hindi and here it is printed in English. Here in the right side, or if you are writing it in Hindi, in the left side, in English right side, put the time, okay, and stick to that time. So whatever questions are here, it has to be getting over in that time. For example, 2 o'clock is when your aptitude paper is starting. Then you have to set time, time goals. 2:10, this has to be over. 2:20, the next sheet. 2:30, the next sheet. Like this, you should have set time. And if you are anywhere breaching the time, you need to move to the next sheet and come back. And at the end, you should have kept 20 minutes. 20 minutes should have not been planned. And this 20 minutes should be spent on answering all those questions which you feel you can actually answer and which you have left only because it was out of your time goal. Fair enough, my dear friends. If you can just follow these 2 simple tips. 1, solve all the question papers, okay, starting from 2011 to 19. UPSC exam papers, not any other paper, my dear friends. If you are solving any other paper also, it's fine, but UPSC papers are better, more authentic. Fair enough, they give you the clear direction as to what you have to do, how you have to do and all that. What are the areas that you really have to work upon and all that. Is that okay, my dear friends? And 2 is having time goals and going in a sequence instead of doing things in a haphazard way. If these 2 things you can keep it in mind for your paper 2, take it from me, my dear friends, scoring 120 plus in paper 2 is very, very easy. And this applies to all of you, irrespective of your background. People from humanitarian background, arts we say, right? You don't have to panic about the paper 2. It's this easy. Just try out this method. In fact, many people, are so scared about quantitative aptitude and these kind of areas. If you actually apply your brains with proper presence of mind on the day of exam, many of these questions you can solve even without practice. Take it from me, my dear friends. You don't even need a formula. You just need some common sense to understand the problem, apply logic and derive result. Fair enough? So enter the exam hall with a lot of confidence. Go to the exam at least 10 minutes in advance. This is very important for paper 2, and most importantly, carry at least 1 liter of water with you in a water bottle. Okay? Because this is one exam, the paper 2, which entails a lot of your mental energy, which requires a lot of your mental energy. So you need to be recharging, my dear friends. Fair enough? Thank you so much, my dear friends, for watching this video. Apply this learning and get more than 120 in the upcoming paper 2 exam on October 4th. Thank you all so much. See you all in my next video.